Hey friends, in this video we're going to be making 3 cards using this one die set. I will have that listed in the description box below. It's from Concord 9th, and we're going to be using some of this cardstock from Paper Studio. Love this. You'll see this quite often used on my channel. I don't know why, but I'm just totally vibing with this beautiful cardstock. The third card, we're going to use a Turnabout stamp. So the first one, I'm just trying to gather, not the first one, but both of them, I'm trying to find the cardstock that I'm really just loving to use. And I'm going to be using that striped looking one and then this floral piece that you see in this video. So here I am just cutting down. I'm going to use these as my panels. In fact, this whole card can be created with your Cricut. You don't even have to buy the die set. You can just go into Cricut, find the fonts that you like, and then use your Cricut to cut out the wording in lieu of the die set. So I cut down my panels, and then I'm also scoring my card base for both cards. These cards move really fast. There's really not too much to them, and normally I don't do the panel and mount it first and then do the die, but because I wasn't doing a whole lot of extra work on the panel itself, I just went ahead and thought it was a good idea to add the panel to the card base. So I'm just adding 3 strips of foam tape on each of the card panels just to give it an addition or an added dimension, excuse me. So once I got that all mounted, the next thing I'm going to do is to cut out the conversation bubble that you see there. Of course, again, you can find this in Design Space, I'm almost positive. Here I'm going to be using Concord 9th because I think a lot of their cardstock colors are really very close to the Hobby Lobby cardstock that I have in my stash here. So here I'm just trying to figure out, what cardstock color I want to use, and just kind of playing around to see which one works best. In the third card, you'll see that I'll use Concord 9th again, and you'll see some similar colors, but we'll talk about that card here in a second. Now that I have both of the conversation bubbles cut out, then I'm going to go ahead and cut out my hello friend on some cardstock. And I apologize, I don't remember what they were from Concord 9th. I should have swatched them out first before I dived right into it, so I apologize. I know it's Nectar. Well, you know what, I'm not even going to tell you because I honestly don't remember what they were. Okay, so from this point on, it's a simple glue and adhere to your conversation bubble. So I just kind of slowed down that process, and you'll see that I just added my art glitter glue to the back of the word hello. And then once I get it finally positioned to my liking, I just kind of nudge it down a little bit and also use my reverse tweezers to help hold it into place, or get it into place rather. And then, like I said, once I got it into the place or into the position I want it, I just used an acrylic block, stamping block if you will, and press down. And then here just kind of showing you that you can always use like the negative space or the negative piece to help position your wording, especially if they're separated like this. But I found it kind of just got in my way, and I was afraid that it wasn't going to be straight because I didn't cut the paper straight. So I just went ahead and nixed it all together and just started gluing and looking at how it's supposed to be positioned to my best ability. Once again, adding that stamping block to help hold it down, and you will also see that I did the second one as well. Same process as before. So here I'm just trying to figure out the angle of how I want the conversation bubble to be placed. And while we're showing you this part of me adding the foam tape for additional dimension, I do want to say I know I hate doing voiceovers, and I apologize. I know that a lot of you guys don't like it either, but anytime that that you see me do a voiceover, just know that I was not able to stay up late and record it, therefore I had to record during the day when there was a lot of background noise going on. So again, here you will see that I am just adhering both of them at slightly different angles just for a little variation, and that's it. But then I'm looking at it and I'm thinking, you know what, it needs a little something extra. So I went ahead and got into my sequins box here and just pulled a bunch of sequins that I thought would match, and as luck would turn out, a lot of them did match. Now some will have holes in the sequins, and others are just discs that I got from Concord and Ninth. And so if that bothers you, you know, you might want to be mindful of that, but for me it didn't really matter to me. So here I'm just gluing down my sequins, and I did a trio at the bottom and a duo at the top, and again just trying to match the sequins close to the color of the background that you see before you. So just gluing that down, and then of course let's not forget my little stamp. Gotta add that there. So here is what that looks like. I think that turned out super adorable. And then lastly, here's that second card. Really easy card. You can mass produce this. The only time consuming part is the hello friend and gluing that down, and even then that's not that hard. Now we're going to be using the Rosie Lane from Concord and Ninth Turnabout. Now this is the first time I'm using a Turnabout stamp, so I'm still relatively new. It does give you, I have the placeholder for it, if you will, and it kind of gives you a guideline of what to do. So here I'm just trying to get this into position on my Misty, and then I'm also going to go ahead and in the stamp here, you will see that it has that guideline for you, and all you have to do is line up your stamp with the guideline, and as long as you get that position and aligned in your Misty, then the rest is pretty straightforward. I will say I struggled a little bit. I don't know if I was missing a step, or maybe I should have more of like a sticky grip on the base of the Misty to help hold that in place, but I did find this to be a little bit hard to get aligned, but once I did, it was pretty straightforward from there. So I'm lifting that carrier sheet from the sticky part of that template, if you will, and it does have registration marks for portrait and landscape for your A2 card size. So you just line it up with that, and then from there it's just a matter of stamping, rotating, so on and so forth. So the first one that we're going to be using from Concord 9th is Watermelon, and I absolutely think it's gorgeous. I love this color that was used, and each one I did end up stamping twice, just to get a vibrancy to it, just like the other two cards. The next one is Pink Lemonade, and once again just stamping that up and then putting that on my cardstock, and as I said before, we stamp it twice, and then that way we can get more of that color to shine through. The next color we're going to use Juniper. I thought this was a really pretty color, a nice bold color, and I think it really aligns really well with the other two cardstock patterns. I'm surprised this cardstock pattern, or that cardstock pile that I got from Hobby Lobby, is not Concord and Ninth, just because the colors just match so well. And the last one we're going to be using is Sunflower, and look how pretty that background is. It is a nice pattern to it, and really it just goes really well with the other two cards that I had previously made. That was so simple. So of course this card's a little bit more time consuming because we got to stamp 4 different times, and here I'm just trying to figure out, okay, I want to cut this down because I want to have a sunflower cardstock background. So I just cut the panel down for the sunflower and for the pattern that I just made, and then I'm going to use my double-sided tape from Michael's. I don't really like it. I got to get my Hobby Lobby brand, but in the interim that will work. And then I'm just adhere it to the sunflower, and then with the sunflower I just add some foam tape just like the other two cards, and of course place it onto my panel. Same process, but this time the only thing that's different is I added dewdrops, and I apologize, can't really see those dewdrops in this video clip particular, but I did decide to use dewdrops instead. And here's that, and you can kind of see those dewdrops on there, and I actually added one on the conversation bubble this time. And here they all are, and again, one wasn't even part of the collection, and they look like they all go together. I just think it's absolutely beautiful. These can be easily mass produced. Thank you so much for watching.